drugs. I'm ready to fly, no drugs. Pull up. If I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come inside in us, I am baptized, I am alive again. Give me new life, take me to heaven. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never go back to when before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, make you mine before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Mine. Enough. I've waited as long as I've lived. Thumbs up. Come get what's yours and what's real. Boot up. Blissful in each other's skin above. Finally risen to the occasion. Past love's forgiven. Made heart space for the one. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never going back to when before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you.
Lights off, transparency on. Late night marriage with the riches. Late night marriage with the riches. You need that real talk, this is what you want. Lights off, transparency on. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, fam? It is
Really, gang?
it is Damon and Tamika. Welcome to Late Night Marriage with the Riches, where it is lights off, transparency on. I am Damon Rich,
I am Tamika Rich.
and we are so glad to have you. I feel like it's a little bit dark on here, so I think I need to do something. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend that Late Night Marriage is in the house, and so we are looking for that. Shay, I need my lighting closer. I feel like it's so
No, I
dark
can't,
or something. Let me see. Maybe I need to change the temperature. Let's go white. Let's go there. There we go. I feel like we're lighting up a little bit. Turn it, turn it. Yeah, all right, cool. Hey, what's going on, fam? Listen, y'all, I'm sorry.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. We have some technical difficulties sometimes. Have to get some stuff set up. Hey, we just glad to be here. How was your day?
It was good. No complaints.
My day been busy.
Same, but
My day been busy.
Yeah,
It's been like crazy busy.
Mhm.
Crazy billings. And we want to talk about feelings tonight. Feelings, the feelings. I don't know
Oh,
that
that's
song.
what you. Oh,
Yeah,
I was
we talking
saying.
about no. We talking about feelings tonight, and we talk
Gotcha.
about feelings lying.
Uh-huh.
But it's something I introduced to you and I shared with you, and like we didn't go through it all the way, but we came across this thing called a feelings wheel.
Mhm.
And if you want to go online, you can find it. You can just Google feelings wheel, and you'll see what we're talking about. But I thought that it's a very interesting thing because a lot of times our feelings
Mhm.
lie to us.
Right.
And I think that our feelings can lie to us when we don't really get down to the feeling that we're actually feeling. Like we just like there. So I'm gonna go through. There's 7 major feeling groups,
Okay.
according to this feeling wheel. And so, and we're gonna kind of break it down tonight because we want to help you out here. So there is sad,
Mm-hmm.
whether good or bad, happy
Happy
or
or
sad.
sad.
Yeah. So you want to go sad, happy, surprised. I actually would have probably put surprise in with happy,
Mm-hmm.
but surprise is its own thing. Bad, fearful, angry, and disgusted. Those are the 7 major feeling groups.
Okay.
And I think that because and as we kind of walk through this, I think you're going to get it more. I think because we don't think about that feelings go deeper than just those big 7 feeling groups.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we don't really get down into dissecting and understanding our feeling and what's really going on with us. So
Right.
therefore, we kind of lie to ourselves
Right. We don't know
because of
how to
that.
process the feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to process it. So I want to get into the feelings. I'm taking my glasses off, so if y'all make a comment, I might not be able to see it. I want to get into the different feelings, the big
Uh-huh.
groups, and I want to take them down so that we can get down to the granular part of it. And I'm gonna start with happy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna end with sad, and I want us to just kind of go through it, talk about each one of them, right? And just kind of what your thoughts are. So get your notebook, get your paper, get ready to take some notes, but also you can go online and just Google feeling wheel, and you can find this feeling wheel. So let's start with happy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy is our overall happy, happy, joy, joy. I'm so happy, happy. Oh, I'm not happy, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But happy, up under happy, is this. And these are
Around
some
this
expressions of happy. Who
morning.
said that? What they said?
Good evening, Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Brandon? So under happy, I ain't got on my glasses, man. So under keep living, you'll experience it. So under happy is this: playful, content,
Mm.
interested, proud, accepted, powerful, peaceful, trusting, optimistic. Now, how many of you would associate any of those words with happy? I think
Right.
happy, you when I read the list, it's like if I'm feeling playful, I'm definitely probably feeling happy.
Right. I
But I'm
can
not
definitely
gonna
see
say
that.
I'm happy. I'm gonna say I'm happy. I'm not gonna say I'm playful, right?
Okay.
How my happiness shows up may be through being playful or being content.
Content. Yes, I like that one.
Because being content, sometimes we always think about like I have to settle, and so I'm gonna just be content in whatever state I'm in. Is in contentness is tied to happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are not content, you are not going to be
Happy.
happy, right?
Right. Is that Melly Mel? Or my call that. Hey, Mel.
Hey sis, what's going on? Don't listen, sis. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I was
for
supposed to
you.
call her back. I was supposed to call her back. I'm so sorry. Now look at Jesus. Yeah. So, but if I'm content,
Mm-hmm.
then if I'm interested, I might be happy. If I'm proud, I might be like when Deshae graduated, Michael graduated, DJ graduated. We were happy. Our DJ's
Right.
coming up on it. We were proud. We were happy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I want to go through each one of these because happiness breaks down even more granular. It goes down even more granular. So if I'm happy and playful falls into the happy category, guess what falls into the playful category? Aroused or cheeky. I'm definitely happy when I'm aroused, girl. Ooh, yes.
I can see
Yes.
that.
Yes. If I'm content, I'm free and joyful. If I'm interested, I'm curious and inquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm proud, I'm successful and confident. If I'm respected and valued, if I'm accepted, I'm respected and valued. If I'm powerful, I feel courageous and creative. If I am peaceful, I'm feeling loving and thankful. If I am trusting, I'm feeling sensitive and intimate, which is also tied to happiness.
Right.
So hold on. I am sensitive and intimate, which makes me trusting, which makes me happy. If I am
I like the
hopeful
breakdown.
and inspired, then I am optimistic, which means I am happy because I can see a future.
Mm-hmm. I like the breakdown of those, but I definitely would have paired because I was gonna say that joy with content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Joyful with
Mm-hmm.
contentness. And that's what, and I think that what happens is, and this is the perfect example of this wheel, we pursue happiness. That's an American ideal. Pursue happiness. The Bible says pursue joy.
Mm-hmm.
In order to pursue joy, I got to pursue being content.
Content.
And
Yeah.
when I am pursuing joy and I reach it and I'm content, then I'm gonna have happiness.
Mm-hmm. And content in whatever condition or state you're in.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So watch this. Let's go to surprise. Surprise is startled, confused, amazed, and excited. Right? But if I go with startled, that's shocked and dismayed. If I go with confused, is disillusioned and perplexed. So surprise is a mixed bag. It could be
Right.
good
It's
or
not
bad.
always good.
It ain't always good,
Right.
right? If I'm amazed, I am astonished and in awe. And if I'm excited, I'm eager and energetic. So it's like these are the things that kind of go with it,
Right.
that go with the thing. Because the reason we were wanting to talk about this in the feelings, because our feelings lie to us because we don't know how to process our feelings.
Right.
Because we go with the low hanging fruit. I'm shocked. Okay. Are you eager and energetic or are you shocked and dismayed? Tell me which one we're in.
Mm-hmm. A little more detailed, breaking it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting more granular. Right? Let's deal with bad. We're gonna end with sad. Tonight might be one of them nights, y'all. We get out of here early with y'all. We get out of here early. What I can't even.
They gonna say you say that.
I say it all the
time.
time. I'm putting my glasses on. I can't see that far. Hold on, I lost my thing. All right, so let's go to bad when we feel something is bad. Bad
Mm-hmm.
is tied to bored, busy, stressed, tired. When I feel bad, I'm either bored, busy, stressed, or tired.
I say that just sums up having a bad day. That's
Yes.
all of those.
Yeah, well, you had a bad day. I don't know if bored always comes to mind when I think about a bad day, but I'm busy, stressed, and tired.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's tackle bored. I'm indifferent and apathetic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's talk about busy. I'm pressured and rushed. Yeah, that can make for a bad day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about stress. I'm overwhelmed, out of control. Here's something when it comes to relationships with our spouses. I think that's super important. If I can get you to tell me these things,
Mm-hmm.
then I can reach that she had a bad day.
Right.
Right? I had a bad day. Hold on. Let's communicate on a deeper level. What made your day bad? I felt indifferent and apathetic. I felt pressured. I felt rushed. I felt overwhelmed. I felt out of control. When it comes to tired, I'm sleepy and unfocused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because if I know this, just saying your day is bad, okay, I need to do something to comfort you. Understanding that you felt sleepy and unfocused will help me know what I need to do to comfort you.
I think the feelings will, or the feelings we talk about it because it helps you in communication.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times there's always a break, or we talk about having a breakdown in communication,
Yes.
and that's a lot of times because we don't truly express our feelings
Mm-hmm.
or wholly in detail.
Oh, we're gonna add this to our course.
Mhm.
We adding this because I think I can, to what you just said. I
Mhm.
could see that. Hold on, babe. I had a bad day. Oh, okay. Tell me how. And even if you get here, like, I'm bored, I'm busy, I'm stressed, I'm tired. Oh, okay, you tired. Are you unfocused? Like, because there's a tired that doesn't require sleep.
Right.
Like, no matter how sleep you get, you
Mhm.
can be weary and things that you're going through, and you've had
Mhm.
plenty of physical rest, but you're weary in your soul.
Right. I was about to say it's not always physical
Right.
fatigue or tiredness. It's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because
some
some people go, "Oh, I'm just tired," and that just means I need a nap. And some people goes, "I'm tired," and they're ready to jump off the building. You
yes.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's it. I'm just tired. I can remember talking to my sister, and she would say, I'm just tired, bro. I'm tired. And I knew what she meant.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that she was physically tired in her body, she was tired in her spirit.
Mm-hmm.
She was tired in her soul. And I've experienced that tiredness. I understand it.
Right.
But see, if I can articulate
Mm-hmm.
that, hey, when you say I'm tired, like, oh, you just go take you a nap. I don't need a nap. Oh, you unfocused. You a different type of tired.
Mm-hmm.
You got a tired that's wearing on your soul.
Right.
What can we do with that? Let's talk about it. Right. Let's move to fearful. Fearful is tied to scared, anxious, insecure, weak, rejected, threatened. Oh, I'm finna get in my bag on this one. I feel it. I feel the bag moment.
You feel it?
Yeah. So let's start with scared,
Yeah.
helpless, and frightened. Helpless and frightened. Fearful. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like I'm getting my bag on this one. Let me get through these. Anxious. Anxious. That's overwhelmed and worried. Now we have overwhelmed twice. Overwhelmed under bad, and we have overwhelmed under fearful. So now I need to figure out which one of these do I walk it back to. I'm overwhelmed or
Mm-hmm.
worried,
Right.
right? Insecure. I feel inadequate or inferior.
Mm-hmm.
It's all part of fear. Come on,
Right.
God.
And so a lot of these things for me that I experienced through the relationship, through marriage, through life, period, I would have never really tied it back or thought overall that's fear or fearful.
Right.
But when you start to break it down, it makes sense.
Yeah, it
Like a lot
does.
of the worry, nervousness, insecurities, a lot of those things
Yeah.
just came back to fear.
Yeah. Weak, right? Goes to worthless and insignificant.
Hmm.
Okay. Excluded or rejected goes to excluded or persecuted. Threatened goes to nervous, exposed. Let me get in this bag for a minute. I was having a conversation with somebody
Hmm.
today. And matter of fact, right before this, right before our show tonight, I was telling you something. And this is something I realized, like it seems like I'm embracing it more and more every day.
Hmm.
I'm a goat walking around like I'm a rookie. I said that before we started, and we was talking about something completely different. I ain't gonna get into it. But I'm a goat walking around like a rookie. Why? Then that goes to a conversation that I had with a friend earlier today. One of the things that people who, until I tell my story, don't know or believe about me is that I struggle with confidence.
Hmm.
Why did I struggle with confidence? Why am I getting here? Because I'm talking about being fearful. And what I
Right.
said to a friend today is I said, man, we was talking about something. He's like, well, man, you want to be careful with this. I said, bruh, I said, and I said it so matter of factly, I almost shocked myself. I said, I am done living life in fear. I have spent the majority of my life in fear.
Mm.
What do you mean? I've spent the majority of my life feeling helpless, frightened, overwhelmed, worried, inadequate, inferior, worthless, insignificant, excluded, persecuted, nervous, and exposed. I've spent too much of my life feeling that way.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it no more. So now I'm telling others, listen,
Mm-hmm.
don't don't live in that. In your marriage, stop living fearful. Have the tough conversations. In that dating relationship, stop being fearful.
For
Have the
sure.
tough conversation. But you don't even know that you're fearful because you haven't equated overwhelmed with being fearful. You haven't equated with being nervous to being fearful. You haven't equated to being excluded and feeling insignificant and worthless with being fearful. Because when you feel those things, when you feel worthless, when you feel insignificant, it makes you feel like you don't belong in rooms. And when you're in certain rooms and when you're in certain places and when you're being approached by certain people or when you're in certain relationships, you don't feel like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel like, I don't want them to find out the things I've been through and who I was and what I've been. You don't feel it. You're fearful. Your relationship is being held back by your fear.
Fear.
Your
Yeah.
marriage is being held back by your fear. Your success is being held back by your fear. And it's not all about being a scary cat. Because I want you to understand, under fearful, scared fall under helpless, and frightened. But it's going to be hard for you to be successful when you feel like you're worthless.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard for you to feel successful when you feel you're insignificant. It's going to be hard for you to feel um successful when you feel like you're being excluded. Your
Mm-hmm.
feelings will lie to you, and they lie to you because you don't know how to decipher them.
Break them
You thinking
down.
that
Yep.
you thinking that you're feeling overwhelmed and it's just a bad day. No, you having a bad life because you're operating you're being overwhelmed in the fear column, not the bad day column.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's get through angry. Let's get through angry. Angry, let down, humiliated, bitter, mad, aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
frustrated, distant, critical. I want to tackle this aggressive first because I feel like especially for a lot of our sisters in black people in general, but you get triggered and like you're being aggressive,
Aggressive. Yeah.
you're angry,
Angry.
right? But hold on, if I'm being aggressive, first you got to ask the question: have I been provoked? Hostile? Have I entered a hostile environment?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, if I'm provoked and hostile, I'm gonna be aggressive, and if I'm being aggressive, I might doggone well be angry,
Right. That's the response.
right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or the reaction.
That's the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Angry. When you feel let down, you may get angry. Why, when you get let down, you might feel angry? Because you feel betrayed and resentful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Humiliated. Why might you be angry? Because you were humiliated, because you was probably disrespected and ridiculed. You got to find the source of the feeling in
Right.
order to deal with it properly. Bitter. Why would bitter be tied to angerness? Anger, because it's indignant and violated. I felt like I was violated.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Mad. Oh, that's anger. Yeah, I'm just mad. But mad might be because you're furious or jealous. Your anger ain't
Mm-hmm.
got nothing to do with them. It's about you being
Yep.
jealous of them.
Right.
Makes you feel angry. Why can't I have their life? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about aggressive. I talked about provoked and hostile. Let's talk about frustrated. might lead to anger. Why? Because you're infuriated and annoyed. Let's talk about distant. If you have a question, feel free to drop it in there, drop it down. But if you're angry, why? I might feel distant when I'm angry. Why? Because I'm withdrawn and I'm numb.
Right.
Go ahead. You got
No, that the next one.
you critical,
Being skeptical.
being skeptical and dismissive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being skeptical, I would haven't tied that back to
I
being
wouldn't
angry
have.
or anger.
I wouldn't have. You right. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have tied that. I wouldn't. Well, I would have tied it to dismissiveness,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't have tied it to being skeptical. I wouldn't have put skeptical in the angry category.
Right. But when you break it down and start to think critical,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
skeptical,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah,
It could be angry.
break-
Oh yeah. Let's talk about disgusted. Mm-mm. Disapproving, disappointed, awful, repelled. Let's start with disapproving. Why am I feeling disgusted? Because I'm disapproving of your behavior. And hold on. Why is that? Because I'm being just judgmental
Mhm.
or I'm embarrassed. As a kid, I love my mom, but when she would get in her drunk sometimes, it's fine. Hey, she having drinks, she having a dance or whatever. But when you can barely walk out the bar
Mhm.
and you falling and stumbling and dropping stuff, yeah, I'm embarrassed as a kid,
Right.
right? Which made me disgusted. I would have probably put that embarrassed over in the angry category, but
Mhm.
really I'm feeling disgusted in that moment. This my mama. Everybody seeing her like this.
Right.
Love my mom. No disrespect at all. But I'm processing real time with y'all as I'm looking at this and like,
Mhm.
that's why I felt disgusted or why I thought it was anger, but it's really disgust because I was embarrassed.
And real feelings that we often have that we don't know how to put in certain places or category, break
Yeah.
them down or process them.
Yeah. Because it to me is helpful to understand that embarrassment really falls with disgust more so than anger.
Mhm.
So I can sort that out because the way I handle anger and how I handle embarrassment is two completely different things.
Right.
Right?
And disappointment.
Yeah. So, well, that's the
Very.
next one. Disappointed,
Mhm.
you're appalled and revolted. Right? Awful, you're nauseated and detestable. Repelled, you're horrified and hesitant. We want to learn how to identify our feelings so our feelings can stop lying to us. We're going to get this last one in, then we going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. Sad, hurt, depressed, guilty, despair, vulnerable, lonely, embarrassed. So let's start with hurt. Hold on, here go embarrassing again.
Again. Mhm. And
Embarrassed
disappointed.
and disappointed. Where else was disappointed?
And disgusted.
And disgusted. Oh, it was a lower is a lower tail. It's middle of the ring. So if I'm hurt, I might be feeling embarrassed or disappointed. Right?
Right.
If I'm depressed, I might be feeling inferior and empty. Hold on.
Mhm.
Wasn't inferior over here, or it was inferior was part of anger too,
Right.
right? If I'm depressed, I'm feeling inferior and empty. Guilty, I'm feeling remorseful and ashamed,
Mhm.
right? Tied to sadness. Despair is tied to grief and powerless, right? I feel like I can't do anything about it. Victimized and fragile is tied to vulnerable, and isolated and abandoned is tied to lonely.
Mm.
That all leads to sad.
Right. I like when there's certain ones in different categories
Mm-hmm.
that we should be able to break them down so much to see if this disappointment or embarrassment is coming from me being sad or disgusted.
And here's the thing, it could be that I'm processing two feelings simultaneously.
Mm.
Now it's a matter of which one is winning right now. Do I feel more angry than disgusted? What am I at? So I can get down to the root.
Mm-hmm.
That I can get down to the root.
Right. And then how you get down to the root of them, process them, deal with them, and then be able to move on from them.
Mm-hmm.
But so many times we stay in those feelings,
Yes.
so we talk about feelings. So when we don't process them correctly, process them, they start to build up over time. And so
Right.
I had all these feelings that I have not processed
Right.
toward you or with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling a lot of these things, but I haven't dealt with them.
Right. And that's what I do. I agree with you on that. It's like I need to process them and sit with them. Sometimes you need to sit with your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Don't react to them. Sit with them.
Right.
Let them flow through you.
Mm-hmm.
Dissect them, process them, understand them. Then come with an appropriate response. Because if I think I'm angry when really I'm just disgusted about something,
Right.
my response is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Anger almost always ends up tying you to rage. But if I'm disgusted, I'm probably not raging. I'm probably not raging.
That's true.
So, I just want us to, tonight, I don't want you to continue to let your feelings go unprocessed. Dig deeper. You can go online, Google feelings wheel, and you'll find all of the stuff that we're sharing. We didn't originate this.
Right.
But one of the things that we do understand in dealing with relationships and dealing with our own relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like looking at this, I'm going to keep this in my tool belt and say, okay, what are you really feeling right now? I know you didn't put it in this big bucket, but what are you really feeling right now?
Right. Let's break it down a little bit more.
Let's break it down a little bit more. What are you really feeling right now, Dave? So that you can get to the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
So then even when I start to pray, I can pray effectively.
Mm-hmm. Right.
As I deal with and process that feeling.
All right. And understand that these feelings are all natural.
All natural.
Created by God. And
Gave
even
them
He
to us.
tells us to be angry, to be
Yes.
in that feeling, but don't sin.
Yeah.
So it's okay to feel what you feel.
Yeah. Because if I'm being honest, I would have thought contentness was not a feeling. It was just a state of being, but it's tied to a feeling.
Right.
That state of being is tied to a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
We call it happiness. Some people who are in a content state don't seem happy.
Right.
Right.
And I'm thinking back while we're talking about feelings that a lot of times growing up, you wasn't allowed to actually feel what you felt.
Yeah.
At the moment. It was like,
Do you feel how I feel?
No, but either when you were in trouble or getting punished or something like that, you wasn't allowed to cry that long or be emotional or be upset that you got the spanking.
Yeah.
All of the things, even for boys, we talk about it all the time. You wasn't allowed to feel emotional.
Yeah.
Be connected emotional, because it was like, no, you don't do that. Boys don't do that, or you don't cry, or you don't stay in that feeling or feel what you are feeling right now. So a lot of times, we've been conditioned to not be able to process feelings. Yeah. Break them down, understand them, and learn from them and move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, that's all we have for you tonight. We ain't gonna keep you no longer. Thank you for watching another episode of Late Night Marriage with the Riches. And we will see you on the next video. And until then, remember to turn the lights off and the transparency on. We out of here, family.
We out. Love you for real. Good night.
For real. God bless.